Hello and welcome. My name is Greg Dawes and this is Tips and Tricks with ProPricer, a video series where we cover useful tips and tricks that will optimize your processes so you can get things priced. Today we're going to talk about spread curves and how you can use them to accurately distribute a resource's spread amount in a task. Out of the box, ProPricer includes 20 different built-in spread curves. These spread curves are stored in the Spread Curves library, which can be found in the Libraries section of the navigation pane. Although the built-in spread curves cannot be deleted or modified, you do have the option to create and define your own spread curves, but it won't be covered in this introductory episode. As you may have noticed, each spread curve is divided into 12 periods. The percentages in the name of each spread curve describe how a resource's spread amount is distributed. For instance, the 80-20 curve takes 80% of a resource's spread amount and loads it into the first 6 periods, or the front half of the period of performance. In comparison, the 30-70 curve loads 70% of the spread amount over the last 6 periods, or the back half of the period of performance. You'll also notice that when each curve is selected in the library, a graphical representation of the curve is displayed below the grid. Now let's look at spread curves in action so we can see why you might select one curve over another. I'm going to switch over to the task view of an existing proposal now, and you can see that I've created a new task and need to spread resources in it. In the resource, hours, units, cost grid of the new task, let's add the fabrication resource. Because of the tooling that is usually required in the beginning of a contract, we are going to enter the spread amount using the 70-30 curve. So I choose 70-30, leave the dates as they are, and enter 500 hours in the spread amount column. Notice how 70% of the spread amount is entered across the first half of the task's period of performance. Let's say we also need a quality assurance engineer to inspect and test our final products once they're built. So we'll want to use a 20-80 curve to distribute the spread amount correctly. Select the quality assurance resource, select the 20-80 curve, and enter 275 hours. 80% of the spread amount is now spread in the second half of the period of performance. Finally, let's say there is a program manager who oversees the entire task, so their hours must be split evenly across the board. In this case, we'll need to use the even spread curve, which is the default curve. As you can see, the even curve is already there, so we just need to enter 100 hours as the spread amount. And the even curve divides the spread amount evenly over the period of performance. In summary, spread curves are a very effective means of distributing a resource's hours, units, and costs in a task accurately. If you enjoyed this video, please share it with your colleagues who use ProPricer. If you have any questions about ProPricer, or maybe even tips and tricks of your own, please let us know. Who knows, your tip might just end up in our next video. Again, my name is Greg Dawes, and as always, thanks for watching.